In the last video, I made it known that I'm in the minority of people who actually really like Batman v Superman. This video is going to be the opposite of that, because while I don't fully understand the hate for BVS, I completely get why Suicide Squad gets all the hate. It's just a bad movie. Just about the only good thing in the movie were the characters. They were all faithful to their comic counterparts, while also having some pretty great designs. The most controversial design in the movie is the subject of today's review, the Joker. To get it out of the way now, I love this Joker design, minus the damage tattoo. Mafex already released a figure for this character based on my favorite design from the movie, but that figure has some issues. His articulation isn't that great and he lacks a few key accessories. Now they've released an updated version. This is the Joker Suits version, which may be a bit of English, but oh well. So here we have the figure out of the box, and you can see he has a fairly good likeness to Jared Leto, but the expression is a little strange. It just looks like there's nobody home. It's a completely vacant stare, which is maybe supposed to be creepy? The previous figure has a better default face, and you can see some differences here. The original has darker eye makeup, which I think looks better. There's also a weird paint chip thing on the side of his head, which I was able to scratch off, but be on the lookout for those. The suit itself looks very nice. It's a cool kind of pearl color, which doesn't really come across well on the camera, but looks awesome in person. His jacket and untied tie are very flexible, which allows for good movement in the articulation. Getting a bit of a Michael Jackson vibe from this pose. The pants break up whatever classy look this jacket gave off. It looks like he's wearing sort of like tracksuit pants. And down here at the shoes, you can actually see some pretty cool detail that I'm sure nobody noticed in the movie. Like this little bit of text that says, "You're killing me." And what looks like an entire paragraph on the side here. His legs and arms drop down, which allow for better articulation. And these feel really sturdy. Sometimes these drop downs feel really loose and make it hard to stand the figure up. Joker comes with an alternate head. Sort of. We'll get to that later. But this looks very good and makes up for the strange expression on the neutral head. Of course he can use the two heads from the previous figure. This serious face is probably still my favorite. And this is the closest you can get to recreating his reveal picture, but I'll get more into that later. Next up, he comes with a cane. It's actually a different cane than the one that came with the previous figure. Honestly, I don't even remember him using a cane with this costume. But then again, I've only seen the movie once. Now we have a handgun, and unlike the cane, this is pretty much exactly from the previous figure. It's detailed very nicely and stands out, unlike normal colored guns. I'm not a gun guy, so I don't know what kind of machine gun this is, but it looks great. And even better, he can hold it extremely well, especially thanks to this left gripping hand. The next accessory is something I wanted included with the first figure, an alternate hand to show off his smile tattoo in this pose. This seriously looks great and is one of my favorite things from the movie's design. Even if the original figure came with this hand, he wouldn't have been able to do anything with it due to his articulation. The arm just kind of pops out if you try to angle it like that. Last, but certainly not least, he comes with an entirely new torso for the original Joker figure. What you do here is pop off the old figure's legs and plop this one right on top of it, like so. This was probably the main selling point for this suit version for me, and I'm not disappointed at all. With this new torso, it's one of the most unique Joker figures I've ever owned. It's really well detailed as well. So here's the Joker next to the Mafex Batman. Joker's a little taller than he should be, but as long as you don't pose them right next to each other, it's not really that big of a deal. Surprisingly, he looks really great next to the SH Figuarts Harley. So, there you go. Just like the last video, this is a really cool new figure, with great accessories in its own right, and it goes back and enhances an older figure that was missing kind of an it factor. I just wish one of the Joker figures came with alternate arms for the purple coat version so he could be shirtless. In order to better see his tattoos, or to recreate the reveal picture. So anyway, I would recommend this figure to people who don't mind the Suicide Squad design of the Joker, but I have a feeling that fact alone is probably going to turn some people away from these figures.